What's up, guys? So we're going to be setting up uh, with Libsyn for the podcast course because this is why. They have this awesome feature which publishes your podcast to audiences on Spotify, Pandora, Apple Podcasts, and more. And it does everything. But what I really like is that it automatically publishes to YouTube, and it makes it so easy to grow YouTube without even trying, but while building your podcast. And that's just another way we can monetize. Also, WordPress plugs in really well. So this is who we're going to be using for this course. You can use anyone you like. Anchor's free. These guys are only like $5 a month, so we're going to sign up with them. So I'm going to do all the sign up stuff, and then I'll meet you on the other side. Okay. So check this out. If you use promo code LAUNCH, you get 1 free month of March, and then I'll be billed $7 in April, which is nothing because this is going to be rocking and rolling. But all set up. Yeah. Yay, we launched a podcast. All right, now we got to set up all the syndications, okay? And it's not that complicated, don't worry about it. It's just like basically creating, your just creating different destinations. So you can have like your YouTube, Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, and then whenever you finally post at a podcast, once it's all properly set up, then it's just going to be like boom, dispersed. So this is just kind of a tedious thing, but once you set it up, man, your podcast is going to be pretty automated when you want to come down to marketing. So I'm going to fill all this out and just start kicking butt. All right. Oh yeah. So after you're done setting up, you just go to settings. You can see up there it says settings. So that's for you guys. Now I'm writing out the show description, and it's the most important part of this process because Libsyn does a really good job of having your show description appear on all your things. So you really want to be as detailed as possible. And the other thing you need to think about is keywords. So what are the keywords that people are going to be typing into Google where your podcast might pop up? So spend a lot of time constructing a beautiful show description. I'm not quite sure how long it is. If I find out, I'll let you know. Usually it's around 3,000 words, but I'm way past that, I think, now. And it's just important because when people type things in on iTunes for your podcast, there's going to be certain words that come up, that explain what your podcast is about. And if you haven't fully thought through your podcast, well, then this is a good time to do it, and then you do this. But we're going to talk more about that later, but I'm just letting you know, like, it's important to take your time on the show description so people know what your business is all about and what your podcast is all about. All right, keep going. And, all right, so one more thing is make sure you put your email at the bottom, or not your emails, put your website, because this is going to get spread all over the web. It's going to be really good for SEO. You're going to fill it all out. You're going to want to create a logo and then a widescreen image. I'm going to just show you how to do this real quick for free if you want to make your own logo. And you definitely want all your colors to match. And don't overthink it too much, but it's going to be like your brand's picture whenever it pops up on their iTunes catalog. It's just going to be pretty important to have a awesome logo and such like that. So it's 14 wide. Okay. All right, so the secret is to make this is you want it to go to Canva, right? You want to type in YouTube art, and then you want to do YouTube channel. All right, so that's the right size, and then the Libsyn likes that. So all right, so now you got to find all the URLs for all of these, and it shouldn't be that hard, but once you get them all plugged in here, you're all done. Okay, so this is the final step. So before you set up your iTunes podcast or your Google podcast, you have to upload one video. So we're going to upload that video now. And if you really want to know how to get onto podcasts, first you have to go to podcastconnect.apple.com. Okay? And that's where you're basically going to create your first account to log in to get verified. And you shouldn't take that long to get verified, but you have to have one episode uploaded. So we're going to upload this episode right now. A 9-figure funnel. I already made a wallpaper. I don't have a PDF or bonus material. We're going to call this 9-figure funnel. Subtitle, $100 million. It's the goal, my friends. Description. Alright, so here's a cool ninja trick I'm going to show you guys right now. So if you don't feel like typing a whole bunch of stuff, okay, so once we do get into making these beautiful podcasts, right, we're going to want to get a transcript of all of our podcasts. And it only costs 10 cents a minute. Okay, I'll show you all that later on. But the other cool way that we can get super ninja with it is we go to Google Keep or Google Docs, right? On your cell phone, and you can't see this, but there's going to be a little microphone in the bottom right. And you hit that, and then you can record everything that is going to be going into your description. It just makes it way easier than typing it all out. And this is only if you're not going to pay for it to have transcribed. You should have it paid to be transcribed, but this is just a ninja hack. So you either do Google Docs or you do Google Keeps, and then you can upload it onto your description. Because you really want a good description, because it comes up in the comments and it comes up in search, like, what is this video about? How do we, tell people? How does it show up in search? And you want to max it out. So this one says 0 words, but on Anchor it only lets you go 3,000 words. So that's usually your goal. So usually you want to transcribe it, but if you really want to do something else, you can just Google, drop it like this, or you can do it on your computer too. So that's some cool stuff. Actually, let me check something out real quick. So you can do it on your phone, or check this out. You go to Microsoft Word and you click dictate. Today's podcast episode. Just kidding. Click. Today's podcast episode is going to be about 9-figure funnels. What's happening? Why is it not working? I think it's probably not working because I'm recording at the same time. Oh, no, it did do something. Alright. Is on 9-figure funnels. I'm going to break down the math and the ways that you can start looking at funnels that'll change your life, so that you can start making life-changing money. The goal of this is to 10x what you're doing right now and to think bigger, to truly believe in yourself and see that you can create a $100 million funnel in as quickly as the next 5 years. Why? So you get it. That's how you can dictate your goddamn descriptions. Pretty dope. Pumping out your first podcast. You probably want to put more words in this. I'm just trying to. And then you want to make sure you link out to your website. Or really, it should be linking to where your podcast is going to be and where you're going to be showing people. So, but it's important to have a website. We're going to be going into that more. Category general. You really want to make sure that you are optimizing this stuff so that you'll get the most out of everything you do. So make sure you fill all this stuff out to the T. And you can have lots of different niches and stuff. My philosophy is whenever you're creating a product like this, you really want your customer to be able to just dive in and just focus on one subject. But you can always do different shows on different days, and there's going to be stories and all sorts of stuff. But this is what this podcast is about, so I'm mostly just going to focus on these tags. Yo, so we have officially published the first podcast episode. Released. So now let's go to Apple. Oh, yeah. So now we did Google and we did iTunes. If you wanted to do Google, you have to just go to Google Play and you type in, or you do type in Google Play Podcasters. Then you'll be all set. So wow, we did it. Ah, fuck, I closed the goddamn Apple. Well, We have to wait to be approved. I guess this one might be approved though already. Yeah, I don't know, it's under review. Okay, so once these become get out of the review phase, we'll be able to bust it on out. All right. Next, you Google Spotify Podcaster, and we're going to set this up next. So you select this, copy it, slap it in there. You check your email. What is up? All right, so we've set up our Libsyn destination. So what you need to do is basically set up all these bad boys. You click Add New, and you just keep clicking, 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 clicking. I've actually added all of these, and then you got to create all these profiles. But remember, while you're creating the profiles, you want to save it into a spreadsheet so you can use that later. But once you get all this set up, now we're really just waiting to get approved by Spotify, iTunes, and Google. Now while that's happening, we're going to go into the next step,